Gary Vaynerchuk, Tim Ferriss, Joel Osteen. What do these people all have in common? They're all wildly successful, and they also give people advice on how to be wildly successful. With someone like Gary Vaynerchuk, it's all about staying up till 2 in the morning and tweeting, retweeting, answering every single question anyone might have had about wine 10 years ago. These days, about anything to do with social media. It's about constant connectivity. Tim Ferriss, he takes the opposite approach. He says, detox. Don't even answer an email. Don't even touch a computer for a month at a time. Immerse yourself in great books, substance. Gary Vaynerchuk says he basically doesn't even read books. When he has a guest on his program, he'll say, and everybody knows I don't read books. Joel Osteen, of course, puts his faith in God, and that is the source of his success. And yet someone who's also wildly successful, like Bill Maher, says essentially the opposite on that particular issue. So what is someone to do if they're really trying to figure out what is the key to success? Dig a little deeper. That's what I've done. The one thing that all of these people have in common is they have found a platform for speaking out to connect with people. Tim Ferriss is the master at speaking out through his podcast. He's had 100 million people listen to his podcast. Gary Vaynerchuk has truly mastered internet video, first with TV Wine Library way back in the day, and now with his daily Gary Vaynerchuk show. His video, mostly video podcast, but also audio reaches millions. Now, they've both become successful on the stage as well. Joel Osteen, there's nobody better in the world when it comes to speaking on a Sunday morning in front of a stadium full of 30,000 people and just talking for 20 minutes, delivering a point or two with interesting personal stories and parables that spread his message. Same with Bill Maher. He mastered stand-up comedy. He's since gone on to master the art of doing a stand-up monologue, interviews, and hosting a program. All of them have found a particular way for themselves to speak out. I think that is the number one way to success. People often think of, public speaking, when I get my next position, I'll grow into it, I'll learn. But it's really more about this secret in this book or this magic social app, or if I could just get the right algorithm or the right buy going on my Facebook ad buys, I'll be successful. No. The one thing I find when I look at amazingly successful people throughout the arts, business, politics, government, you name it, the one thing that is consistent, in fact, the only thing that is consistent, is they have found a way to speak. Not just writing, although writing can be important. They found a way to speak out to people to reach them. And I can tell you in my own career, I might not have a podcast with 10 billion downloads the way Tim Ferriss does, but when I'm in front of a small group of people for a day of training, that's where I really excel. When I'm with 10, 15, 20, 30 people, by the end of the day, they really feel like I have helped them. I've improved them. So that's my particular format for speaking. And that's where I help people, much more so than my books or my online training, even though I think they're great. So my challenge to you is find an area where you can speak out. It could be a podcast. It could be a YouTube video. It could just be speaking to people in your community. But find an area where you can speak and do it and do it and do it and get better and better and better. And that's the way to become successful, whether it's the Gary Vaynerchuk way or the Tim Ferriss way or the Joel Osteen way. I'm TJ Walker. If you want more tips on how to be a better speaker, please like this page on Facebook. My Facebook page is TJ Walker Interactive. You can also go to my website, mediatrainingworldwide.com, for more information and free access to some of our online public speaking courses.